Content creation, the bane of most people's existence when it comes to just existing as a regular person, but for a lot of people online, it is the very thing that drives their passion and ego, and many people want to get a bit of that sweet content creator bag. They want to get a little bit of that money, and that is a very real and fair thing to actually have happen. And recently I was on stream and people were asking me a bunch of questions. How do I get better at content creation? How do I become a better content creator? You have any advice? Can you review my videos? And I would like to say, no. I really don't have true advice for content creation, to be quite honest with you, because nobody has a direct method on how to get successful with any of this stuff. It's absolutely random based on something the audience doesn't really know they want yet. And I said a rant recently on stream, and I think I would like to talk about this rant, or at least show clips from that rant, or the clip that I had from that rant, in order to give a better idea of it. If you're ever curious about any of my streams, I stream Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 8 o'clock. If you would like to see any of my streams, it is on YouTube. It's 4:30 EST to 8 p.m. as that's how I stream, and then immediately as soon as my stream is over, a video releases on my channel. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how it operates. We usually just talk about stuff, just having fun interactions with me, and just talking about things. Maybe we'll react to some videos, but I would like to show that clip as of now. Carnotaurus is number one, then Pachycephalosaurus. I believe it's Pachycephalosaurus. I believe that's the bigger ones. But dinosaurs are pretty cool overall. Hey, Saros, how do I become a great content creator like you? I've been making videos for a while. How do I become a big content creator? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think there's something genuinely wrong with you if you want to become a content creator. I mean that as a compliment. That's a compliment. If you want to become a content creator, there's something genuinely wrong with you. Something has to be broken in you to become a content creator. I don't think there's a single content creator who's normal. I think there's good people, but I don't think they're normal. I don't think they're normal people, because you have to have a little bit of insanity. Something has to be wired differently, because millions of people wake up every morning wanting this exact life. Because my job is YouTube. My job is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, arguing, TikTok. That's my job right now. They want the subscribers, the comments. They want strangers recognizing them in public. They want the money, the validation. They want to be remembered every single second you spend hesitating. Somebody else is uploading another video. Someone else is stealing another audience. Someone else is becoming the creator you could have been. That's weird. You gotta be really obsessive about this. I'll give you an example, right? Would you, let's say, suck a phallic member for $1 billion? I always ask this question whenever anybody asks me for advice. Would you do that? Because if you wouldn't do that, you can't be a content creator. I mean this with my whole chest. The way content creation is now, you got to be willing to show your whole a-hole in order to have any semblance of success or freedom. Because you have to become obsessed by the idea that you are worth watching. Sounds arrogant until you realize nobody else is going to believe it first. I hate when people go to their friends and family and say, well, my friends don't watch me, my family doesn't watch me, and nobody supports me. No dip. They don't care. Why would they care? Give them a reason to care. You know what's fun? I didn't tell anybody I was making content. People told me I was making content. That is the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. People told me that I was making content. Do you know how validating it feels when you have spent 7 years straight telling your friends, hey, watch my videos, and they say, I'll watch you, bro, and then out of nowhere they say, bro, one of my favorite content creators saw your video. Oh, so you weren't watching my content? Well, I just didn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't lie to me. That is what you want. You don't want support from your friends and family. You want that random person in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, to say, yeah, cool guy. That's what you want. There has to be something inside of your brain that refuses to shut up. Thank God, I have schizoaffective disorder. It's horrifying. I have night terrors. My eyes are always tired, as you guys can always see. I have chronic fatigue all the time. I'm horribly exhausted, but every day I make 15 videos. I make 5 shorts. I make 10 long form videos. In the morning, I wake up at 8 o'clock. I eat my breakfast. I do my stretches. My foot is burnt like crazy right now. Donate to the GoFundMe if you want to. It's in the pinned comment. That's really, life is horrifying. Life is horrifying for me. But you know what I do every day? I upload at least 2 videos. Why is that? But you're going to get burnt out. That mindset of getting burnt out, that mindset means you're not built for this. I know that when people tell me that you're going to get burnt out, I know that you don't have the drive to actually be a content creator if you think burnout exists at all for somebody who's meant to be here. And I mean this as such a deep thing. You have to be meant to be here. Force yourself to. How do you stay motivated, Mr. TV? I just saw that comment, by the way. I'm mocking you. I'm mocking you in the comment section. I'm mocking you right now. How do you stay motivated? I'm not. I am not motivated at all. I'm not motivated in any capacity to do any of this. I'm disciplined because I have to. I treat this like a job because it is my job. Understand this. Every conversation I have, well, that's a video idea I have. Every movie, that can become an analysis. Every game I play, that can become content. Every strange person at Walmart, that's a story. My life stops existing as moments and starts existing as material. I do not turn my creative brain off. There is no moment where I turn it off. It turns you off. It rewires the way you see everything. You cannot watch a movie without noticing the editing. I watch YouTube videos now noticing how long it must have taken to do the cuts in between. I don't do cuts because it takes so much time. I learned how to speak better and more accurately and more fervently. I learned how to stop myself and learned how to speak with a way that people with ADHD brain enjoy so deeply and so fervently, putting inflections on the wrong words, saying things specifically just to be a little bit more manipulative, clickbaiting. That's what it is. I cannot listen to music without analyzing the structure. I cannot have a conversation without thinking how it sounded in a video. That lens is permanent. Take every single thing you are good at and weld it together into one horrible little monster that only you can make. You're funny? Good. Use it. You edit well. Use it. You have weird opinions. Make them louder. You are awkward. Keep it. You laugh strangely. Keep it. Your flaws stop becoming flaws the second they become recognizable. Normal people blend together. The internet remembers weird. The internet remembers specific. Big reason why people even click on a lot of my videos or even this live stream right now is simply by virtue of my hair. Think of that for a second. Just because of my hair. Maybe it's because I'm wearing shades. Maybe this hoodie that I have. Who knows? The internet remembers the person who nobody else sounds like. You know what I mean? Gilbert Gottfried. The goal is not to be the best. The goal is to be the only. Understand what I mean? You have to be willing to work for absolutely nothing. And I mean nothing. There are days where you would spend 14 hours making a video that gets fewer views than somebody pointing a phone at their ceiling. I've spent days doing that. For the first 2 years of YouTube, I made $0. Right? I made $0. I was refreshing my analytics like I was a gambling addict at a slot machine. That's what I was doing. Maybe it goes up, maybe it dies, maybe the algorithm spits directly in your face. Then you wake up tomorrow and willingly do it all again because somewhere inside your brain you have already decided there was never another option. You may be saying to yourself, but I worked 10 hours a day. So did I. It was horrifying. I don't know if you were here for the beginning inception of this channel, but I've always released a video a day, at least one. And then when this became my job, I upped it to 2 because I had a lot more free time. I didn't have to worry about my job. That's what happened. Every single day I released one video and consistency worked. I was disciplined. And now I cannot go a day without releasing a video. Can't. At least on YouTube. Can't do it. And I try my best to do Instagram and Facebook one a day, but those are really difficult sometimes. But I'm going to get better because I'm working on it. And I'm going to get better. That's how it was. I'm going to have a big platform, diversify my portfolio because I know that Facebook bag is amazing. I'm posting memes on my Instagram just to get a little bit of that money. I'm trying to post more on TikTok. I have 500,000 followers on TikTok. I've got 100,000 followers on Facebook. I got 300K on Instagram and I got 200K on YouTube. I am doing it. I am living the dream, but it's not over. It keeps going. Not until I comfortably make $10,000 a month by making one video. That's what I want. I want to get to the point where if I make one video, I can make $10,000 a month. That's where I want to be at. That's what it does. And then after that, I'll be satisfied. Then after that, if it goes up bigger, if I get bigger than that, then that'd be wonderful and fantastic. But it may not, and I have to live with that. It's maybe a waste. And that's the risk you're willing to take. You decide to waste your life. The decision was made before you even understood what you were deciding. The decision was made the first time you watched something and thought, I could do that. But that never happened for me. I've always been like this. My only goal in this life is one thing and one thing only. The only thing I care about in this lifetime is one thing and one thing only. I will spend my entire life entertaining people who will never be satisfied. That's all I want. That's it. I crave that. I crave that exact thing. Why? Because I crave it. I want to entertain you. I wish to be your little dancing monkey all the time. That's all I want. This job is ridiculous because nobody actually knows anything. Every guru eventually gets humbled. Every expert eventually uploads a video that completely flops. Somebody spends 6 months making a masterpiece and gets ignored, while another person sneezes into a microphone and accidentally changes their life forever. There is no fairness. There is no equation. There is only chaos. Somehow you convince yourself that you are going to beat it anyway, because you're better than that. You need ego, pride, arrogance. You convince yourself that you are going to be the exception. You convince yourself that the chaos will finally break your way. You don't have to be rational. People always ask how to become successful online. Wrong question. Ask yourself how many years you're willing to do nothing for and get nothing back. Ask yourself if you can make your 100th video with the same energy as your first. Ask yourself whether you can still upload when nobody claps. What is the sound of no one clapping? Try to be funny when stuck in a room. There's much more to say about it. Can one be funny when stuck in a room? Putting in trying to get something out of it. Try making faces. Try telling jokes, making little sounds. Well, look who's inside again. Bo Burnham, beautiful man. Eventually, the excitement disappears and obsession replaces it. I am obsessed with this. Discipline keeps the lights on. Obsession builds the empire. Excitement is temporary. Excitement fades when the reality of the work sets in. Obsession persists. Obsession does not care about motivation. Obsession keeps going. I am obsessed. My entire life has been infected, every single part of it. I notice thumbnails while driving. I rewrite titles while brushing my teeth. I pause conversations. I found a better intro. You are lying in bed trying to sleep and suddenly an entire script appears in your head. You get out of bed to make the video because it will haunt you if you don't. Healthy people probably do not do this. Healthy people probably have hobbies. Healthy people probably sleep through the night without their brain cycling through outro ideas. You have upload schedules. You have deadlines you invented and then panicked about. You have to become your own boss. And if you realize you're a shitty employee, you got to fire yourself. You have a calendar full of release dates that only exist in your head. Failure has to exist within this. Has to. It's another piece of furniture inside of your house. You have to fail. It sits there every day, watching you edit, watching you record, watching another upload underperform. You stop asking it to leave because it was never leaving anyway. The only thing left is to decide whether you keep making things while failure sits beside you. But that's the insanity of this career. You keep creating because your brain refuses to imagine a version of your life where you did not at least try to become forgettable. And that's what happens. People become obsessed with this weird idea. You keep creating because the alternative is worse. The alternative is wondering what could have happened if you tried. And I'm not wondering what coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm living in the life right now. The life is not for everyone. The life is not for most people. This life requires a level of devotion that looks like obsession from the outside. It feels like necessity from the inside. You do not choose this life because it's safe. You do not choose it because it's sensible. You choose it because it's it. Period. There's something inside you keeps whispering. There's something inside you keeps pushing. There's something inside you refuses to let go. There's something is not normal. You must be crazy. Crazy, I was crazy once. Like me to remember rats. Rats make me crazy. I don't play games on stream. Sorry. I know you guys are asking me. You should play a game. Put some gameplay. I'm not going to put the gameplay up. Sorry about that, guys. Not going to do that. Not going to do that.
I'm your Nick at night. Be my Laurel. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you're free.